told my cousin you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Wow, son of a gun, pay for all I done. Swear they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Went full drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. White son of a gun. Hey, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
Figure out what love's about. Mom came bust.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Willis. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. Good for a Dolphins first down. It's a quick throw over to Samuel. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Second and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. First down, Miami.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early enough.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Miami. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. With Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that mark. 1st down, KC.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 4. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he gets that to Hardman. And he will score! Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, KC.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jabari Connor there on the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Once again, it's Achane. He'll manage to get to the 33. Christian Fulton is in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. Throwing, Willis. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's activated at the 47-yard line. It's a big up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This one high, over the middle, but complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
This is the job of any linebacker, Mike, having the ability to go downhill fast, hit an open gap, and make a play in the backfield. But I think we can actually consider this going above and beyond because he was able to make that stop so far behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Third down, 3 to go. Throwing is Mahomes. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Turn the TV off. 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 Ain't no other king than his red thing.
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Mahomes. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Willis to throw. Has completed to Douglas. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Willis. On the run to the right. Now a shot downfield for Samuel.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner, and now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field, and he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Now, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 36 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle. And this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
3rd and long for Mahomes. And he's in. What a try. Touchdown, Kansas City. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. To throw, here's Willis. Again, working deep downfield. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, we'll keep this one on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Throwing is Willis. Flush to his right. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
29-yard line.
Willis now to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Now Willis. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Willis. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll get about 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A run, and it's Achane. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. Able to get the third down conversion.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on third down. But even if he didn't, I think that third down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on fourth.
Moving outside the pocket. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
It's the score. Chiefs 17. Dolphins 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Second down and 3. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They run with Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
The 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. start on the ground. It's A-10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third and 6. Throwing, Willis. Open man is Samuel, complete. That's a target for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Second and 10. Willis now to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
So often we see on these deep passes the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to...
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Miami. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. Can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Play action here. Mahomes, he'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Walker. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 2nd down, Walker. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and the Chiefs have a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brashard Smith, touchdown KC. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Dolphins 21.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run this one straight ahead with A-Check. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken
Down
down
on 2nd and long.
A loss of a yard.
Throwing, Willis. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The pick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter.
Set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. You believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And that's just a disastrous outcome on that last pass. I mean, yes, you have to stay aggressive knowing you're trailing here late in the game, but you can't be reckless. Don't try to get it all back in one throw. That final pick, that might just seal the deal for their opponent.
Willis to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Now it's H.A. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up a 2nd down.
The 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
H.A. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Miami.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll in this defense.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here is 1st and goal. Here's H.A. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Gonzalez now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage.
Chiefs 31. Bradley Pinion
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players. And that's exactly what they did here. And they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
He's going to try it here again. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a win here for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball and will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team.